Hello, it's Marissa from DamselDesignCo, and I have a fun knitting vlog planned for you today. I am starting one last summer knit. It's August 9th, but it stays hot here in San Diego for a couple more months, so I think I can squeeze in one more summer knit. And to celebrate, I bought new yarn. This is from the Holo line from Super Glow Fibers. This is what we're working with, and the colorway is Moon Lagoon. This is the Cotton Cloud yarn, and it's a worsted weight. It's appearing really teal on camera, but I'd say like in real life it's more green leaning. But it is like a greenish blue. You can see like some darker blue elements there, and it's like a chainette fashion yarn, and I love working with chainette because it's a single ply, so that means it doesn't split, but it's got some fuzz to it, so you still get that lovely texture with this color. And for each hank you get 218 yards, and it's 100 grams. It's 70% Pima cotton and 30% fine yarn, or fine merino. Fine yarn it is though. So I bought 4 skeins, and I do have the pattern in mind. It is the Big Bobble Crop, and it's by Caitlin Hunter of Boyland Knitworks. So I'm really excited to get this project started and hopefully finished. I'm hoping this video will inspire me to keep knitting one project. I do have a few whips in my basket, but I do want to finish one more summer knit. I'll pop up a picture of the Big Bobble Crop here so you can see it. I think it's gonna work really well with this color and this yarn. And I think it's going to be the perfect transitional piece because it will be towards the end of summer, but heading into fall and winter, it can be layered over a nice long sleeve shirt. So I love that. It has like dual purpose. And it's also being made at a transitional time in my life. I did get a new job, so I am starting that on Monday. And I really just wanted to celebrate with one like serotonin cast on. I'm really excited for this new job and also for this new top. I'm notorious for not doing a gauge swatch. I think a lot of people are, but I think this time I am gonna do a gauge swatch. And even though it might be close, like with the yardage, I can always take apart my gauge swatch if I need a little more extra yarn. But I think I'm gonna do it because I've never knit bobbles before, so it would be good to do a practice swatch, make sure I'm hitting the gauge that I should be, and then I will have a few rounds of practicing the bobble portion, and then I can guarantee that the bobbles will look nice in the finished project. So I'm going to I'm gonna ball this up into a ball of yarn so it's easier to work with, and then we will get swatching. Just want to show you how brilliant these colors are. You can see like the lime green, the darker blues in here. It's just such a pretty colorway. It gives me mermaid vibes. All right, let's pop this cake off. It's so massive, but look how pretty it is. You can really see all the colors. It's so lovely. It's crazy. Like at first the yarn was kind of like felted-ish, like not in a terribly bad way or anything, but like I could tell in the sense that it would be tough to frog, just the way that it was like coming off the hank. So I want to be mindful of that because it is pretty fluffy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely got some fluff to it, which is what makes it so nice. So just have to be mindful of any errors, be extra careful just to prevent any frogging nightmares. I don't normally cake all of my yarn at once because I've heard it like stretches it out a bit. I don't know how true it is, but since this should be a relatively quick knit, I think like since I broke out the yarn winder and the Swift, I think I'm gonna cake them all and just have them ready to go so there's like no delay. Like if I finish a ball of yarn, I'm not like waiting for a moment for me to be able to cake it. So I'm gonna get the rest caked up and I'll check in with you later. Okay, I wanted to quickly show you the shot of like how fuzzy this yarn truly is. I mean, you could kind of see the halo on the cake here, but it is shedding like crazy. Like, let me see. Yeah, you can see how much shedding it is. So I'm really interested to see how this yarn holds up over time. Yeah, I've never really dealt with this before. I feel like really plush yarns have this, but I'm sure it's probably normal, but it is really going to add a unique texture to this already bobbled texture project that I'll be working on. Okay, I invested the 20 minutes and caked up all 4 skeins of yarn, and look how massive these are. Ah, they look so pretty even in cake form. So I'm really excited to get the swatch started. I hope I can finish that today and maybe even cast on the top. Who knows if I'm being ambitious, but I am ready to dive into this squishy yarn. I'm working on my swatch and I wanted to give you a quick update. I've worked my first baubles and look how cute they are. This was the first one I did and this is the second, so you could kind of already see the improvement. I really wanted to test it out because I heard you get large holes on the side. So I tried a few different like YouTube tutorials on how to close that. So I'm really happy like I took the time to actually swatch it so I can get these things right before I start the actual piece. The swatch is going slow. I'm like 3 or 4 rows in. The baubles take a little while, but it's really fun. It really breaks up knitting, especially I just came from like a sock project, so this is working up much more faster with a worsted weight yarn. The baubles do eat a lot of yarn, so I am nervous to see how quickly my yarn goes, but hopefully the swatch like leaves enough yarn for the entire project. I think it will, or I could always make it like more cropped. There's ways to like handle that, but I'm gonna keep swatching and I'll check in when I have the final swatch. Hopefully it's the right size or else I'm gonna frog this. But another thing with this pattern, it didn't really give any gauge instructions, so I spent a lot of time doing that as well, like trying to figure out like how long I should knit it. Like obviously we want to get to like 4 inches and you usually want to knit more than that so you can see so you have like a bigger test gauge, I guess. So it is turning out a lot bigger than 4 inches. I'd say it's closer to like 6 or even 8. I'll have to measure it when I count my stitches, but I'm gonna keep going. If it's wildly off and I'm not finished, I might just go back and frog it and try different needle size. But for the most part, it is going well and I am liking the yarn. So I'll check in with you when I have a full gauge swatch. Okay, it's been about 2 hours-ish and I spent the time making my gauge swatch, and here is the final product. We are on gauge, so that is great news. I know you're supposed to wash and block it, but I mean this is way more than I normally do, so I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna like, when I wash it, I'm not gonna like stretch it a ton or like when I block it, since it is to gauge. Yeah, I wonder if you could really see that dimension here. It's really giving me like Sully vibes from Monsters Inc. and I love it. Like subtle Sully. But I love the baubles. For some reason, I mean, I don't know how to knit baubles until now, but I thought it was going to be like over a couple rows. But it is all into just one stitch on like one row. So like these 2 baubles are on one row, these 3 baubles are on one row. And the sides don't look too bad. There's no like major holes in the fabric. Like you do get a little bit of holes on the side of each bauble, but the fabric for the most part is like one fabric. So I'm very, very happy with this. I'm gonna cast it on and maybe get a few rows in. It uses short rows, so I haven't done that in a few months, so I may need to like refresh myself, but I'm really started to cast it on. It did work up really quickly, but I was slow like learning the baubles, but now I have the flow. And at the end of the day, I'm happy I did a gauge swatch, even though it's kind of like figure it out yourself for the gauge swatch. So I think I just started with 28 stitches, and then I did a little more. I think 22 rows is for the 4 inches. I did a little more than that, and we were on gauged. I measured it at a few different spots, and we are good to go. So let's cast on. Hello, I wanted to check in because today is Sunday and I've put in a ton of work. Okay, let me make sure I don't drop any stitches here. So I have cast it on and I'm starting my first row of baubles. I finished the short rows. This is for the back. It's being knit top down, so it should be like this. But yeah, you can see I've got my baubles on. I think I have like 3 or 4 more to work. And then I think I repeat this, I think a couple more times before I start like putting the stitches on hold and picking up the shoulders. But this is where we are. It's Sunday. I hope to finish this row of baubles, and then it's a few rows of stockinette. It's like 5 or 7 rows of stockinette. So that is my goal to get through today, but it's looking really, really nice and it's working out pretty quickly. I've just been knitting in between games of League of Legends. So it's been fun, making some good progress, and the bubbles are bobbling. They're so cute. Okay, I'll check in and I'll show you, I'll eventually make a video of like actually doing the bobbles because I think it's really interesting. Hi friends, today is Wednesday, August 13th, and I want to do a little check-in. I started my new job this week and there have been hours of training videos. So while I've been working through that, I have been working on my project. And so I have 3 rows of baubles done. You can really see the texture here. Give you like a flat view. This is really going to be a quirky shirt, but this is something like I've never done before, like baubles. I've never done knit baubles before. I've done crochet ones, but it's really interesting, especially when the rest is just stockinette. So it's like 1 row of baubles, and then I think I do like 7 rows of stockinette. So it's been a really fun project. I worked through all the short rows, so this is going to be the back. So I'm starting with the back, did some short rows, and then gonna keep working until this is 8 inches long. My kitty is chasing the loose yarn. So if you hear her, she is chasing. Phantom, please stop. She's like, okay, here we go. So yes, I'm working on it. It's being worked top down, so this will actually be in the back. And I think once I get this to 8 inches long, I'm a little more than halfway there, is when I'm gonna put the project on hold, pick up the shoulders, do some shaping, and continue the pattern on the front side so we can join in the round. But just wanted to give you a little update of where I'm at. I am a little nervous about like how much yarn I have left. So I have 3 more cakes of yarn, and this is the first, and like keeping in mind I did do a rather large swatch, but I'm just like nervous if it's gonna be enough yarn. I feel like that's like the problem or question I always have, like, is this gonna be enough? And oftentimes I have plenty left over, so we'll see. It's just hard for me to gauge how much like yarn is used with knitting still, and the baubles are like a weird exception because they eat a lot of yarn. So we'll see. This is my Wednesday update, Whip Wednesday. I'll keep checking in, and if I bring my knits anywhere cool, I'll bring you along with me. Hello, today is Saturday, August 16th, and we are at the beach, or technically the bay, but we've got our hammock set up. I got boba, and we are knitting the bobble top today, the bobble crop top. So I'm almost done with my first ball of yarn. This is all I have left, and I finished the back, so this is what it's looking like, and I have started on the left shoulder, so it will fold over like this. And I just finished the short rows of the left shoulder, and so I'm still gonna work that up, and then we're gonna do the right shoulder, connect them, and then connect in the round. So it's a beautiful day to knit outside, so I'm gonna get knitting. Hopefully I can finish up the left shoulder and maybe start on the right, join a new ball of yarn. Yeah, and goal is still to finish this before the end of August. I want to be able to wear this top as like the little crop top it should be. So yeah, I'm gonna keep chugging along. Okay, just wanted to quickly show you the progress on how that short row is working up. And I also wanted to show you the spectacular view. It's such a gorgeous day out here in San Diego, feeling really grateful for the summer weather. Okay, we've made good progress. It's starting to get chilly here, but just wanted to show you, I got a couple rows of baubles done on the left shoulder. I have to knit a few more rows, but then it will be time to break the yarn and do the same thing but on the right side. So we've got really good progress here. I am obsessed with the baubles. Yeah, this is gonna be the back, so you can see the join is really clean. I'll show you a close-up. This is where I picked up my stitches, and you can barely tell. So I really like this pattern. It's kind of hard to count when you're increasing and making the baubles, but it's gonna be worth it. It's just such a lovely pattern and yarn, and this top's gonna look so cute and funky. Hey guys, it's getting late, but I finished the left shoulder, so I wanted to show you. I have it on hold right now. So now I'm gonna pick up the stitches on the right shoulder, and then once I have finished that, I think I will cast on just like the finishing, the stitches to get me to that total count for it to equal the backside, so that would be 85 stitches. And then we will knit the front all the way down so that it matches the back, and then I can join in the round. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update. It's getting late, so yeah, I'm just gonna cast this on. Probably won't finish it tonight, but I think I will have the chance to at least finish it tomorrow. And yes, we are making good progress. I've had a lot of time to work on it this weekend, so I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna be able to finish before the end of the month. Hi friends, we have hit an important milestone. I have finished the right sleeve this morning. So next is to cast on with the backwards loop method, just the very front to connect the right with the left sleeve. But it's looking really good. Let me see if I could try this on without Phantom scratching the heck out of me because she loves the loose ends. Yes, okay, perfect. So, oh, this is looking fab. What a fun pattern. So yes, I am going to knit across this way, cast on a few stitches, I think it's 17, then finish knitting here. And then I need to knit this to match the length of the back, so around here you can see it. I'll need to knit it here, and that's when I can join in the round. So it is, oh, I wish I had my phone, but it's still pretty early. It's probably like 11 or 12. I woke up really early and played disc golf, so don't really know what time it is. But I hope with the time I have left today, I can knit it and join in the round, and then it should really be smooth sailing from here. I'm actually so surprised how fast this is working up. The Cotton Cloud yarn is technically worsted weight, but since it's like this, let me show you a close-up of the construction. It's like a chainette. You can kind of see it here, hopefully. Please ignore my nails, but it's got a chainette construction. You can actually probably see it a little better here in the ball. It's kind of like a blown yarn, so it's really versatile. Like you can, it's worsted weight, but like it can be condensed down, and I think this pattern calls for like an Aran weight yarn. I have to double check, but the point is it's versatile. I hit gauge with it, which is the most important part. So it's working up a lot more quickly than I anticipated. I feel like knitting just goes pretty slowly for me right now. But so far, so good. I think I'm on track to finish it before the end of the month and finish my last summer knit. Okay, I will check in with you a little bit later once I have joined everything, like joined both shoulders, and hopefully I will have another update later tonight. All right, see ya. Hi friends, I wanted to give you a first try on look now that I have joined the right and left shoulder. So this is what it's looking like in the front. I have a couple more rows to do, probably I think like 2 or 3 more rows with the bobbles. And here you see this is the back, and it will eventually join here. So this is what it's looking like. I'm really happy. It was a little over ambitious to think I would be joining the armpits already, but the fit looks really, really great, especially for like a vest. I love the way that it's sitting on my shoulders, and the neckline, of course, like I'm gonna add a collar here, but it's looking really, really good. It's so funky. So first official try on for you. Look at all the bobbles. It's so bright and summery. Very, very happy. Hello, today is Wednesday, Whip Wednesday, and I have a crucial update on my Big Bobble Crop. I am finally at the point where I get to join in the round, so this is what it's looking like, and I definitely did a try on. I'm gonna add 5 stitches for the underarms on both sides so that it's even. Let me give you a quick try on update here. I already started like this this part that's gonna the front section, so then I'll add the stitches, go around the back, get those on the needles, and then add stitches on this armpit. But it's looking pretty good. I did like a little squeeze test, and I hate when things are like way too far up my armpit, like it doesn't give me room to breathe in a shirt. So this is where we're at. It's feeling good, and of course, like once I block it, I'm sure I'll get a little more room, but it's looking good. We're in the middle of a heat wave, so I'm gonna be working on this a lot. I'm trying to stay inside and stay cool, and if I'm not, I'm gonna be at the beach. So yeah, I will have a lot of time to work on this, and I'm hoping it'll go a lot faster now that it's in the round. I have to keep flipping the project because the baubles, you have to like go back and forth in like very short purl rows. But it keeps the project interesting because the rest is just stockinette. But I'm happy that I will no longer be like doing full rows of purling. Hello, today is August 24th, so I have been working on the Big Bobble Crop top, and I'm officially through 2 balls of yarn. So this is what we have. My cord is too short for me to try it on, so I'm not going to do a try on this time around, but I only have 2 more balls of yarn, and like by the looks of this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to the length that I want, and be able to do the ribbing. So since I finished the second ball of yarn, I think I'm going to do the armhole ribbings and the collar ribbing first, and then I will know that like whatever leftover yarn I have, I can use for getting more length in the crop top. And then I can add the ribbing to the bottom, so just making sure I have enough yarn for that. So the game plan is to put some stoppers on the ends of where my needles are, and then, or I need to debate like if I need shorter needles, but I think I could, like, even with this armhole, I think it'll be fine, like if I do magic loop or something, if that's necessary, but it might not be necessary. So it's kind of my first time doing this mixed construction. I usually just do all the ribbing at the end, depending on what the pattern calls for. But just to make sure that I have enough yarn and that like, hopefully I use most of it. I don't like having a ton of leftover yarn because I don't really like the look of scrappy projects, but that doesn't mean I'm against them. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on the ribbing, figure out if I should use shorter needles or if I can put these off, but these are gonna be put on hold regardless while I do the ribbing. Hello, it's Labor Day weekend, so I have been working on my top a bunch, and I have officially finished the cuffs, the armbands, and the collar. So these I used tubular bind off, so it's just one kind of layer, whereas the collar is double folded with a stretchy bind off. So it's starting to like really look like a shirt. I need to get some like stitch holders, those like, I want to get the stretchy ones because I can't do a try on right now. I could use scrap yarn, but like, I don't know, with this type of like cotton halo-y effect, it's a little bit harder to frog. It's not impossible, but like pulling another piece of yarn through isn't ideal. So I want to get the rubber stitch holders eventually. But it's looking really good. I used this ball of yarn. I'm down to 2 cakes, and so I used this for the cuffs and the collar because I saw that this one has a little less yellow in it, and I really like the like lime green yellow effect. So I'm using this for the body, and let me show you. You can really see it here, like towards the bottom. It has a lot more pops of lime green in it. So I'm gonna use that up, whereas like the collar, there are like a little pops of blue and lime green, but it's just not as vibrant, or there's not as much contrast. So that's why I switched when I continued the body to this cake of yarn, and then if I need to add on this one to finish the bottom and the ribbing, it will still look nice. With the hand-dyed yarn, it's hard to get like the same dye lot, and each one is different. So I just kind of chose the cakes that matched what I wanted to achieve. So I will keep you updated. I just got through another row of baubles, and then I do like 7 or 8 rounds of knit stitch. So it's gonna go pretty quick from here, I hope. I really want to be able to try it on, so I can see how it lands on my body, because sometimes vests look a little frumpy on me. But you can see like kind of here, I still got a ways to go. So I will keep you updated and take you with me if I go any place fun to knit. But right now I've been like knitting in front of my computer and playing video games, so I don't really think you want to see that, but I'll keep you updated. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. It's been so hard being a monogamous knitter. I have been wanting to spin yarn or start a new project. It's been so hot here in San Diego. But so I can finish this video, I've only been working on this, and that's probably the hardest part. Hello friends, today is September 3rd. And we are having our final try on, or hopefully final try on. I bought some stitch holders, so I'm able to see how it looks. And I'm right at like a critical point of where I need to decide if I want to add more length or not. I finished the decreases on the side. They're pretty minimal, but it adds some good shaping to a pretty boxy top. But I think it looks really cute. I wasn't sure how it was gonna look or if it was gonna feel too heavy, but it looks really nice and flowy. It's a little thick because of the fabric, or like the yarn is thicker than like a fingering weight, but I think it's really looking good. So the decision I need to make is I'm close to where I need to add another row of bobbles, and technically I should stop there and then add like an inch for the ribbing, but I feel like it's too short. So like for example, if I added this and then an inch of ribbing, it's gonna end here, and I think I'll get a little more wear out of that. So it's gonna be a little bit extra work to get like the 8 extra rows, but I'm thinking it might be worth it. I'm like 1 inch might be a little too short. So it's like, yeah, it's really hard because it is supposed to be a crop top. And these shorts aren't high-waisted. Like I wouldn't wear this shirt like this. So as I'm like talking out loud, I'm coming to a decision. I think I am gonna do an extra row, like an extra repeat of the bobble pattern, so I can get it to like where I would wear it. Like, yeah, these pants aren't high-waisted, so like my natural like jean waistline's down here. So if I am like wearing normal jeans, or like if I wear high-waisted, it usually covers my belly button, so it would look nice. But I just think I need more length. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna wear it exactly yet, so we're gonna go for it. And like, if I need to frog it, eventually I need to frog it, because I'm also thinking like, if I block it, will I get it? Like, if I just add 1 more inch, I don't think it's gonna block out like where I want it. So like 1 inch to, yeah. Let me see, yeah, so like this would basically like repeat and then add 1 inch. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go for it. Sorry for all the body measurements, but just wanted to give you an update. It's time for me to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, so it's gonna be a fun night of knitting. I'll probably only get through the row of bobbles because the bobble row takes a really long time, but it's satisfying because all the other rows are just stockinette stitch in the round, just knit, 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 knit. Hi friends, final update here. I have officially finished the Big Bobble Crop, and I know I was going back and forth a lot on if I was going to do an extra row of bobbles, and I decided not to, just because I really wanted to stick to the pattern. And I haven't even blocked this yet, and with high-waisted pants, the fit is really, really good, and I like where it landed on me. Depending on your body type, it might not be the case. You might want to do a little bit more. Just this is like where my natural waist is, so it ended up looking really nice after I knit the last row of bobbles and kind of calculated how much ribbing I was gonna do. I decided to just stick with the pattern, but I'm really happy with how this looks. I'm really, really in love with the fit. I think it makes a really great transitional knit. It's still pretty warm here in San Diego, so I can definitely wear it like this. It's a worsted weight cotton yarn, so it's got a little bit of drape, But it will, like, if I layer this over a long sleeve shirt in the winter, it would be like a great piece to brighten up my winter wardrobe. So I'm in love. I wanted to show you, I did have a good amount of yarn left over. I would say together this is almost a full skein of yarn, so I have to find a little worsted weight project to make with it. But overall, since it is worsted weight, it worked up fairly quickly. I started this on August 9th and finished on September 7th, and I wasn't knitting every day. I'm not a fast knitter. But I was like encouraged because I was trying to finish before summer ends. So yeah, I'm really happy. And I'm happy that like I didn't just stick to one ball of yarn, like since I have two parcels left over, because the colors in this one, just since it's hand dyed, the variegation wasn't as much. Like there's not as much yellow bits, but you could kind of see I have a lot of yellow, lime green in this. You can see it more here, hopefully, like in comparison. There's a lot more yellow. So I was able to pick and choose the skeins that had the most color. Overall, I would recommend this pattern if you're looking for something that uses worsted weight yarn, if you're looking for a transitional knit, and if you're looking for something quick. I don't think I can knit a sweater in a month, honestly, unless I was working really hard on it. But this was a great quick piece to help me get my mojo back, because sweaters take so long, and then fingering weight projects always take so long. And my last project was a fingering weight yarn, used a fingering weight yarn, so I'm really happy with this. It helped me get my mojo back, and now I have cast on fever. I'm really excited to jump into my next project. So thank you for watching if you followed along. Let me know if you have any questions about the Big Bobble Crop, and I will link the project to my Ravelry with all my notes in it and photos, so you can check it out, add it to your favorites if you'd like, and thank you for watching.